Hi, I'm Scott Ampleford. I'm a composer for film, television and recently video games, and this is my studio. So let's start with the computer. I'm using a 2010 model Mac Pro. I bought it in 2011 or 2012 and I've just been using it solidly ever since. I have my Yamaha DX7, which is of course one of the most important synthesizers of the 80s. Crossing to the real centerpiece of my studio, this is of course my MU Modular synthesizer. I absolutely love this. This is my baby. It is largely synthesizers.com. It started out as a synthesizers.com entry system purchase plan, and I sort of then built it up from there. I have used this on pretty much every job I've ever done since I started building it. It's patched up right now because I'm using it in the score I'm working on right now. And obviously plenty of room to expand, currently filled with TARDISes. Below the Modular, I've got my very first synthesizer, the Micro Korg. I don't think I could ever bear to part with it, but it actually does still sometimes come in handy. For sequencing the Modular, I use the BeatStep Pro. I use the Modular an awful lot for sending other signals around the studio. You know, I process sounds through the Modular, but I also sort of use the LFOs for other synths, and use things like the instrument interface to create clocks from devices that don't have clock outputs and that sort of stuff. So a lot of this is really generally useful studio stuff. Bass guitar, keytar that gets very occasional use, electric guitar. I have a few acoustic instruments dotted about the studio. I've got trombone and a violin and didgeridoo and various shakers and stuff like that, and percussion instruments. I've got lots of recorders. I do a lot of stuff with recorders. This is kind of the other synth wall in the studio. I've got various bits and bobs. This is very much in flux. Things move about quite a lot and things aren't all necessarily as hooked up as they should be. One thing that it's kind of probably quite evident just from looking around the space and by hearing me in it is there's no acoustic treatment in here. I have carpet on the floor, and that's your lot in terms of acoustic treatment. And that was actually quite a conscious choice on my part, because I spend most of my life in here writing music, and that's the point. I'm writing kind of more than I am recording, and if I am recording, it's largely electronic. And so I had a choice between putting up acoustic panels, and yes, you can get some attractive acoustic panels, or putting up some art. So I've sort of filled the wall with, these are all posters from projects I've worked on in the past. Thanks for touring my studio with me. I hope you've enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next one.